Justine. I'm one of the co-founders of the Learn and Live Letter Homeschool program, and I'm here with my special guest, my daughter Vivian. Vivian is almost 6, and she is in level 2 of our program this year. So today we're going to be talking about something that we include in a lot of our activities and in our unit studies, but we haven't really taken the time to dig deep into yet. It's copywork. So what is copywork? Essentially, you're presenting your child with written text, and they are writing what you presented right below. They're copying the work that they see. This gives them the opportunity to work on handwriting without being distracted by spelling, grammar, punctuation, things that they will learn over time. But right now what we're doing is focusing on handwriting.
I know how to handwrite.
I know. So do you want to practice a little bit? So what we've done is I've written a sentence for Vivi on lined paper. It's like
pancakes.
apples.
Apples.
So what Vivian's going to do is look at what I've written above and write it exactly the same right underneath. Copy what I've done.
I was just gonna say that.
Okay, so go ahead, give it a try. So one thing, see how there's space between the words? So you have your I over here, why don't you start like over here? So write it right under where I've written. Very good. Thank you for your help.
I love apples.
Like
apples.
So why is copywork beneficial? The beauty of copywork is that as your child starts to copy more and more complex sentences, perhaps texts that you've taken from books that you're reading or classic literature, they will over time begin to notice, okay, there's always a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. I understand where the punctuation starts to fit, and they will be learning the grammar organically without it necessarily needing to be an intentional lesson. Over time, you'll also see your copywork begin to blend with your narration, which is something that we encourage also from the Charlotte Mason philosophy that helps your child work on reading comprehension. You'll watch their skills progress from your child narrating back to you their answers and you scribing for them, to you scribing and them copying what you've written right underneath, to them ultimately writing their own answers. So what if your child makes a mistake? That's okay. This is still a skill that they're working on, something that you're working on improving. What we like to do, because we're an eclectic program, is honestly choose what we think are the best parts of all the different homeschooling philosophies and combine them into our approach. So when it comes to correcting, we combine a little bit from classical, which would have you correcting the child, and from Montessori, which takes a much more hands-off approach to correcting. What we like to do is as your child is writing, if there's something that you know they've been struggling with or maybe a mistake that they consistently make, it's okay to call that out ahead of time. You might say, okay, remember where the lowercase e starts. And then as they're writing, if you see them make a mistake, correct them maybe one time. Oh, the lowercase e is facing the wrong way. Let's try that one more time. If they continue to make the mistake, let it go. Make a mental note that it's something that you need to work on, but it's not important to continue to badger them in the moment. We want to make sure that we're building up their confidence about handwriting. So the good news is now you know exactly how to meet your child where they are. Maybe make a note that that's a letter that you need to work on when you're doing your handwriting practice throughout the day. Something that I'll do with my daughter is right after she finishes writing her sentence, just below, we might write a few of the letters that she struggled with. Just maybe 2 or 3 times to reinforce the correct way to do it. After that, you can move on with your lesson. Copywork is something that you can incorporate into your homeschool on a daily or weekly basis, but the more you practice it, it's just like any other skill. You're going to build up those muscles, your child is going to become more confident, and they're going to recognize the things that they've been working on and start to see their own progress. So where can you get examples of sentences to use for copywork? Well, you can make them up. For example, if you're learning about a specific topic, you might come up with sentences around that topic. We used apples as part of our apples unit at Learn and Live. You can also look to what you're reading with your child. The literature in our program is an excellent resource for rich language and complex sentences that you might not find in an easy reader book, but that can help to broaden your child's vocabulary and expose them to really beautiful writing. We also encourage you to get your child involved in deciding what their copywork is going to be. When children feel like there's a purpose behind their writing, you're a lot less likely to get resistance when it comes to practicing. Give them writing that serves a purpose. It might be helping you with your grocery list, it might be writing a thank you note for a present, or writing a letter to a friend. All of these are examples of real meaningful writing, and when children recognize that purpose, they want to get involved and they want to do it. We hope this has been helpful as you start to fold copywork into your own homeschool. We encourage you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this throughout the year, or you can follow us on Instagram at Learn and Live Letter. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Bye.
I don't really like apples, but I like apple pie.
Me too.